So, so why cloud computing? So in the previous lesson, we were able to see that the manager went to a cloud consultant to be able to inquire on the best way or the best practices that he'll be able to use in order to solve his issue, to do the cost and to do the maintenance of his server. So the consultant was able to pitch to him an idea on why he should be able to use the cloud as the infrastructure instead of buying the physical server. So in this lecture, we are trying to see why cloud computing. So the first advantage of cloud computing is that less technical workload. What does this mean? This means that cloud computing eliminates the need for a business to manage and maintain their own physical servers and infrastructure. So let's say the manager A was now would not need to buy the physical servers because now this will be handled by the cloud consultants or a company, in this example Azure. So you can be able to see the first issue of buying the servers is being able to be solved by the cloud engineer or the cloud architecture or the company that provides the cloud service. So the second advantage is low risk security or lower security risk. So what does this mean? Cloud service provider invest heavily in security measures to protect their infrastructure and customer data. So what does this mean? The things to do with security updates, the things to do with the update of the server, patching of the server will be done by the cloud service provider. So this will also eliminate the need for the company to be able to do this. So only this means that the company will just be able to focus on the thing to do with service delivery to the customers, and the thing to do with the security will be handled by the cloud itself, the cloud service provider itself. So another thing that we see is that flexible infrastructure. What does this mean? Cloud computing provides scalable and flexible infrastructure resources. So what does this mean? You remember in the first lecture or the second lecture, the manager was in the fourth month, the manager wanted to solve an issue to do with the downscaling of the server. So what does this mean? This means that this will be handled by the cloud provider. So example, in this example, we did use the Azure, who will be our cloud provider. So they'll be able to handle the flexible infrastructure so that the manager can be able to downscale or upscale the server whenever needed. So you can see that's the reason why the consultant tried to tell the manager they should be able to go to the cloud computing. So another thing is that pay as you go model. So what does this mean? Cloud service typically follow a pay as you go or consumption based pricing model. So this will mean that the manager will just be able to pay for the service that they need. So let's say in the fourth month, the manager just discovered that they only need two servers. They can be able to do away with the other servers and just remain with the two servers in order for them to be able to solve the need of the business. And in an event that they need more server, they can be able to just upscale, which is just a click of the button, when they can be able to upscale the servers. So you can be able to see that this will lower the cost and this will reduce or eliminate the issue to do with the dormant servers, so that the manager will now be able to know that all the servers are being used and all the customer traffic are being used, so that the consumption of the server is low, and also that means in the terms of money wise, he'll be able to pay less for the servers. So another thing will be global scaling. Remember, the manager was facing an issue to do with the transfer of data from one data center to another. In an example, I did use an example for South Africa. So let's say the manager has acquired headquarters in South Africa and wanted to transfer data from maybe Nairobi to South Africa. What he will do, in the previous lectures, how he would solve this, he would be able to buy servers in South Africa and also hire people to be able to maintain those servers and maybe do some security updates and also to do some application updates in the server. But in this case, this will just be handled by this cloud service provider. In our example, we did use Azure. So the manager will just be able to tell the cloud service provider that they need more servers in in maybe South Africa. So what the cloud service provider will be able to do, the cloud service provider will be able to allocate the manager whatever they need in South Africa, and then they handle the security, they handle the technical workloads, and also they provide a pay-as-you-go model on those servers, so that the cost for the manager remains low, and the manager just focuses on things to do with the line of business to be able to make his business a success, and also will be able to reduce the number of people whom he needs to hire for them to maintain the services or the cloud service. So those are some of the advantages. Of course, there are more if you can go and read more about them. So there are always more about the cloud, the advantages of moving to cloud. So thank you. Please hold on and continue this lecture for you to be able to get more hands-on cloud computing. So now you please subscribe and like my channel, so that you can reach more people, for them to be able to see this content. And if you like this content, also comment down below on what you would like to be able to improve on this video. So thank you, and see you in the next lecture.